What is up, everybody? It is 6 p.m., at least for everybody on the East Coast, and we're going to talk today. Maybe we'll go about like 20, 25 minutes. Some of you guys have stuff to do, and we want to keep this kind of like a tight presentation almost about talking about some very important things coming up. Of course, it's not just me on the video that you see. I'm joined by, I think it's this side. Oh, I got it right. I'm joined over here by Chris Grant, the host of the Online Arbitrage Challenge, which we'll be talking a little bit about today. Chris, what is up, man?
Not much, man. It's been a busy week, been a Prime week, so it's been fun and busy. And there's some cool news out of Prime Day if you want to hear about it.
Dude, yeah, I'd love to hear about Prime Day. This is what I can't. I've always forgot. I could just Google it. Was this the third or the fourth Prime Day?
Oh, good question. I
It's
want
at
to say the
least
third.
third. It's at least
Yeah.
third. It's quite possibly the fourth. The time goes by really quick. I like putting my books. Anybody that's a publisher, I recommend making your books free, your Kindle books free on Prime Day. Take advantage of all that extra traffic. But yeah, tell me what you learned about Prime Day 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what I saw today is that Amazon sellers, third-party sellers, did $3.5 billion in sales during Prime Day,
That's
which is a
awesome.
60% increase year over year from last Prime Day. Which is, I mean, that number that boggles my mind. And then the other news is that Amazon sellers, third-party sellers, now account for 58%
Wow.
of Amazon's total merchandise sold, which is up from 52% in Q2 of 2020. So a 6% increase in third-party sales just in just in a quarter's time.
That's crazy. And it's only, I mean, it's the trajectory like for online sales over like regular retail was going up. It kind of like slowed down, but it was still going up. And now, partially because of the whole COVID stuff, like it's taken this shot up. And Amazon knows exactly what they're doing with Prime Day, get more Prime
Hmm.
members, drive all this extra traffic, right? Like within Q4, right? Normally it's in the summer. I think they'll probably go back to a summer schedule. But with the whole COVID stuff, they pushed it back to October. So let's do Prime Day and Christmas in the same quarter. Yeah, it's good to be a third party Amazon seller, whether you're selling print on demand or physical products, whether you have your own products or you're flipping toys. It's every time I've told people lately that third party sellers are more than half in both units and dollars on Amazon. They're surprised, they're baffled. I mean, we saw it going, and I kept waiting for it to get to be 50%. Like, tell me when basically third party sellers are bigger than Amazon, and it's happened. And
Hmm.
now it's at 58% and continuing to grow. And honestly, Amazon don't care as long as you are in stock and you're competitively priced. Amazon is more than happy to let third party sellers sell on their platform and collect the profits along the way. But those two things, remember what I said: stay in stock and be competitively priced. That's what Amazon wants. There's a lot of nuance to that when you get into buy box and suppressed listings and some of these other things that sellers I know worry about in Q4.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. What amazes me, one of the things is people like, hey Chris, what do you do? You're always in your hole. You always seem to be in front of a computer, and I explain, and then I'm like, when you buy things on Amazon, the chances are likely that you're not buying from Jeff. You're
Yeah.
buying from someone like me, who works in gym shorts behind a computer, and some people still don't realize that, which just amazes me.
Well, it amazes us because we've been in this world for so long. But there's definitely people out there that still think Amazon only sells books. They have no idea it's a
Mm,
third party marketplace. And I think that's important for people to realize is like we're at the point where statistically it's more likely you will buy from a third party seller. And a lot of people are looking for prime offers and sellers are using FBA and all of those things. But people trust Amazon. It's the world's
mhm.
largest and most trusted marketplace. I feel weird like saying it like almost like a commercial, but those two things are important. Largest and most trusted. It's where people go to buy stuff. And fourth quarter, people are going to be going to Amazon. And I tell you, Amazon is going to be telling people until they're blue in the face, please shop early. Please shop early please shop early. I just went through the Amazon catalog, and maybe we'll do another video about that tomorrow. But there's so much, like, get your shopping done early. Everything, the messaging on the website is please shop early. Do not wait, like I have done. We typically go to Jamaica between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm like, I'll come back. I'll like place all my Prime orders. Everything will show up. I'll pay to have it wrapped, and that's not going to be a good strategy, especially this fourth quarter. It's going to be like an all hands on deck kind of thing. Like there's going to be more online shopping, which is good for the sellers. But if you're a buyer, yeah, please get your orders in early, especially if you're watching Star Wars, Disney Plus, Mandalorian, and want to buy Baby Yoda stuff. I don't know. It'd be awesome if today your Baby Yoda stuff showed up, because mine showed up yesterday. At least one of the multiple that I'll show you guys some of the Baby Yoda stuff that I have, and I want to make sure people understand the buy box, and it's not really suppressed buy box. Do you have a better word for it, where Amazon is holding the buy box at retail and everything that's over retail? Hey, you got to dig a little bit, even though you're in stock, even though some of these sellers are using FBA.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have a good term for that. I mean, we of course know what a suppressed buy box is. Some people here may not know what it is, but we do. But it's not really suppressed because there is a buy box. Amazon is just so back ordered and still just keeping that. So I'm not sure what to call it.
Well, there's a few things going on, and actually, let's show. I want people to see some of the Baby Yoda stuff. This is probably the least impressive Baby Yoda thing. And I'm a big guy, so I got big hands, but look how tiny this thing is, right?
Oh,
like,
wow.
This is at scale with like the other Black series for anybody that collects that. Like this is the little ball. The little ball is as big as like a cupcake sprinkle. Itty bitty. But as soon as the pre-orders came out, like it was no joke that this stuff was going to be hot. So I placed my pre-orders, and I looked back. I placed the pre-order in December of last year. It shipped.
Oh, wow.
That's when they first came out, and I was like, pre-order, like this is an easy buy. And this is kind of what I try to teach when I teach people to get into Amazon, especially if they're doing arbitrage, whether it's retail or online, is to buy smart, right? If you buy the right brands at the right price, it can be very difficult to lose money. And when you're in that position, you put yourself in a good position to learn, right? Because, hey, even if I make a mistake, I won't lose money. And if you can learn how to do this without losing money, then eventually you're going to get to a place where you're going to know what you're doing, you're going to make the right buys, and you're going to make money. So if you buy the right brands at the right prices and at the right time, it's going to be difficult to lose money. And hopefully that also means you're making money. But as long as people don't lose money, that's kind of where I want people to be when they're learning this business. This, you can probably recognize, I'm guessing you know what this is just by the size of the box.
Yeah, I know what that is.
I got a whole bunch of these sitting under my desk, and they made a whole bunch of these. Like, there's a whole. I'm not a fan when they do that, honestly. These are the first ones that came out, so I slapped my pre-order in. Those showed up. Those have been here for a while. This guy's been sitting by my desk for a while. I got a whole stack of these guys. This is not.
I love that one.
You got some of these ones?
I ordered some of those. That's my favorite.
Well, this isn't like the animatronic one, so it looks kind of the same size. I think it might fool some people if they're shopping and thinking they're getting the animatronic one. But yeah, that one is not. That's not that one. That's just kind of a big kind of doll thing. And honestly, I didn't know they made Funko Pops this big. Do you realize how big this is? Like.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to go to Target. Target has a ton of exclusives that are that size. They're huge.
Like, what do people do with this? Like, do you put it on your shelf or something? Like, it's just plastic. It's just
Have
like
you
a
ever
bobblehead.
Have you ever seen the serious collectors who have rooms for all of their Funkos?
I get it. I get that people get some enjoyment out of it, but I am waiting for those things to show up at garage sales, right? Where whoever collected it, they moved out. If it's like a kid, or someone's like, you know what, I'm done with this. I need my room back. Or they're like, hey, I got engaged, and my fiance said no. Like, there's going to be massive liquidations of Funko collections at some point. And if you know what to look for, if you know which ones are good, hey, you're going to put yourself in a good position. Mm-hmm. But I don't know the Funko world other than Comic-Con exclusives, and I can look them up on Amazon and eBay and see what they go for. Yeah. But anything Baby Yoda to me is a very safe buy, like a safe flip. Amazon's in stock on a few things right now. The animatronic one, like I say, they're backed up on, and I'm looking at the other sellers. And you know what? I think we have time to give a little bit of a strategy tip here. Actually, I want to show you guys this one because this is like the fancy one that I'm digging a little bit on Amazon and finding some very useful information that I'll be happy to share. So these came from Walmart, which Walmart had like their own delivery trucks yesterday. This showed up. This was
Interesting.
by UPS. Yeah, so it's a Walmart box shipped by Walmart, and it's Walmart. Everything here is Walmart. All Walmart, all the way, all around. So I don't even know how big this thing is like in real life. So let's take a look. Oh, this is smaller than I thought. Look at it. This is not that big.
Oh, wow.
I thought this guy was the same. I thought it was this size, to be honest.
Yeah, I figured that one was going to be more along the size of. Do you remember the animatronic Yodas? They were a black series. They were probably maybe a 1.5 to 2 feet tall.
Yeah, those were big, man, and like they clearanced out. I mean, I think people are picking those up for like $20 or $30, and they've gone back up because why? It's the right brand, and you're buying it at the right price, and it's sometimes got to be patient, which is something I kind of want to talk about as we get into these things. And I see sellers. This came up way back in the day when people were really kind of starting to share the arbitrage business model, where people were racing I have to be the next sale. Like, you do? Why do you have to be the next sale? Right? Amazon is going to sell 500 of those things tomorrow. Why do you need to be first? Right? Like, what are you worried about? Are you thinking all of a sudden nobody's going to buy Baby Yoda stuff? Like it's an irrational rush to be like, I need to get the next sale. Now, if it's a slow mover, it's a long tail item, you might be like, yeah, I don't want to wait 6 months. I don't want to wait 3 months. I don't want to wait a year. I want that quick sale. Or I want that next sale. Okay, go for it. And you can get that next sale by pricing low. But I see these sellers right now. I've been watching this item all day, and people are jockeying for position. $74.90, $74.91, $74.93, $74.95. They're undercutting by a few pennies. And Keepa tells me how many are in stock. This guy only has 2 in stock. They're going to be sold in the next 10 minutes. Right? This thing is like top 100 seller in toys. I don't agree. But hey, sellers can do whatever they want. But I don't agree with some of this rush pricing strategy in October of what could possibly be the number one selling toy for fourth quarter this year, right? Like all signs are kind of pointing that way. I've been wrong before, but there's gonna be a lot of people that want this. Now they know that they probably made a ton of them, but I got a bunch of them here, and I got a bunch more coming. And I mean, you know me, I might just flip them, or I might leverage them into giveaways and other types of attention and things like that, because you're getting a disproportionate amount of value out of this. Right? These were what, 60? Yeah, 60.
I think so.
$59 retail. So I just paid regular retail off of Walmart. I could go back and look and find out exactly when I ordered these things. Wait, hold on. I wonder if the batteries are like in it. It says touch the head, right? Let's see if it actually does anything.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had no idea it would like work out of the box.
That's awesome.
What I'm sure Abby is going to end up getting one of these animatronic editions. So I don't know if there is a more flagship Baby Yoda than this one. I think this might be like if your kid wants the best Baby Yoda toy that's going to be on the market this Q4, I think it's this one. I don't know if there's anything that is more premium at this point, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else. If people didn't get their hands on any, because of course, I mean, you ordered that December of last year, but if you didn't get your hands on any, but you're interested to see what happens, you should really go watch the Keepa chart on this. Set an alert. Do whatever you need to do to remember, because when the new season comes out, you're gonna see that even if it's top 100 right now, I bet you it shoots to number one that night or fairly soon after. Because, of course, everyone thinks Baby Yoda is cute, but as soon as it's back on TV, and it's not like we're doing anything else or going anywhere, so we're watching the new season of Mandalorian, and you're going to see that thing just skyrocket and start selling even faster.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit of a perfect storm, maybe, is a way that you could describe it. I actually checked to be like, let me make like when, because I didn't watch the Mandalorian season 1. I don't have Disney Plus. I got plenty of other streaming stuff to sign up for another one. I was like, let me make sure, because I heard season 2 is coming out. Season 2 starts October 30th. So you got November and December. And I'm watching the same type of thing. I've been watching the NBA Finals, and as a player has a good game, their cards on eBay, they're higher end cards, the PSA 10s, they're rookies. they start going higher just off of one good game. Right, whether it's finals or like leading up to the finals and the playoffs, like people are watching and then they're like, "Hey, I really like that guy. I really like that character. I really like that show," and they want to go buy something. It's just kind of a thing. I don't want to say like everybody has been trained to do, but it's definitely something in America where like, hey, you see something, it's like exit through the gift shop. If you've never seen that movie, it's actually a really good movie. Exit through the gift shop. You just watch Star Wars, and hey, did you know that you can buy this stuff? Hey, you just watched the NBA Finals. Did you know we have a fan shop? Like, they're gonna sell you something as soon as that show is over. And
Absolutely.
and some people are gonna want the best, the most premium, and a lot of people are gonna go to Walmart, or not to Walmart. They're gonna go to Amazon first. And when Amazon's sold out, they're gonna end up going somewhere else. I mean, you can sell on Facebook Marketplace, all these other places, but it's basically flipping, right? That's why it's like it's online arbitrage. I didn't leave my house, so I looked this up. I ordered these on February 21st of this year, but it seems like a year ago. Order received, and then Walmart. Hey, shout out Walmart for this one. They gave me an automatic price drop adjustment because they changed the retail price. Very Amazon-like move of Walmart to not make me ask for it. They just did it for me. So shout out to Walmart, where I don't normally trust Walmart to do anything better than Amazon. They got this one right. And then they shipped on the 14th, and some of them arrived yesterday. I have more on the way. And I'm excited. So one of the reasons for making this video is I wanted people to we can't teach everybody how to find pre-orders, like especially in hindsight. But one thing that you teach in the Online Arbitrage Challenge is definitely product sourcing and getting the best price, and a lot of automation tools that you can use. And so it's not surprising. You know, I don't keep up with everything you do, but I'm like, hey, did you pre-order Baby Yodas? And you're like, yeah, of course. I was like, all right, cool, just check it, right? Like, you get to the point with your friends where you're like, okay, I'm going to pre-order, and I know everybody's pre-ordering instead of having to check, hey, just making sure everybody knew Baby Yoda was up for pre-order. And when you see that, like, it's a very low-risk thing to do. Like, pre-order, by the time the order comes around, hopefully you still want it, but hey, you can always cancel along the way, but get that pre-order in, kind of like saving your space in line, right? Especially on, in my opinion, a kind of a not a no lose. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a surefire winner of a product. Baby Yoda in Q4. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that because there's so many things you can teach about the Keepa graph. If you just take one ASIN and just monitor the Keepa graph and see the sales rank and see the price adjustments and see who's in stock and who goes out of stock, you're gonna learn so much about how the market is reacting, and you can take that knowledge and say, okay, I'm going to use that to make better buying decisions in the future, to make better pricing decisions when I list my products, to get the highest price and the most margin and the most profit. There's so much to learn. And you know, when it comes to learning online arbitrage, you're kind of like the guy. You are the guy, the host of the Online Arbitrage Challenge, which coincidentally starts Monday. Right? Starts
Yes,
Monday,
it does.
right into season 2 of Mandalorian, right into November, December. You know what? I even have like a little thing I'm going to put up right here. The OA Challenge starts on Monday. And everybody that wants more information, oachallenge.com. Because I'm guessing some people would like to learn how this business works. How can I just flip products from the comfort of my own home and make money with this whole Amazon thing? And that's basically what you've been doing through 2 OA challenges. Now we're doing a Q4 special bonus OA challenge. But yeah, it starts soon.
Yeah, it starts on Monday. I'm super stoked because I think there's going to be a lot more real world kind of examples we can use, especially hopping on and off products quickly. Mandalorian is a great example. Of course, you had to know in February whether or not you were ordering. But some newer examples are things like Mario Kart Live, which was
I want one of those. Yeah.
I know. I totally missed it. It was sold out within hours. But I know that the third party market for that is going to be double, if not more, because it's awesome. You get to play Mario Kart and have Mario drive around your house. It's just going to be so cool. And there's a ton of other products too. So we're gonna have a really great time starting on Monday. Learning about Keepa and manual sourcing. We'll be doing, tactical arbitrage and all the other tools that you can use but are not necessary to kind of make your life a little bit easier, a little bit more efficient, and then hopefully increase your return on your time invested in this business.
Dude, I'd be tempted to say you could, depending where people are pricing their items, because a lot of these sellers, they rush, they got to be that next sale, and be like, hey, you could buy Mario Kart Live at over retail and potentially still sell it for even more over retail, depending
Mm-hmm.
on when you sell it. Because I forget that. I've been doing this for so long, it kills me to pay over retail.
Mm-hmm.
I almost can't do it. But I've been trying to be a little more, I don't know what's the right word, like rational lately, to be like, yeah, I'm paying over retail, but you know what? I'm not driving around. I'm not spending a lot of time. I know I'm paying more than I should, but I just have to buy it and I'm done and I can walk away. And there is that value there. So I can definitely put myself in the shoes of the potential customer who's saying, yeah, I'll pay over retail because I don't want to mess with it. My kid wants this. I don't know where else to get it. And yeah, I'll pay twice as much for it. There are going to be times for that. There are people that definitely do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And what's I've got a great example for something like that, where if I had known it's a Star Wars item, but I bought these items I think last Q4, was buying them at Marshalls and TJ Maxx for $7 a piece and flipping them for $30 a pop during the Q4 rush, which great money. I probably sold 150, maybe 200 units going out and grabbing all of these. But during the last OA challenge, we went back and looked at some of my old inventory, and these are now selling for, I believe, around $180 a unit.
Wow.
Okay, and they're ranked 50,000 in toys, so they're still selling what 20 to 50 units a day, maybe more. And I could have held on to them for a year and made, I mean, thousands of percent in markup. Of course, hindsight's 2020, but those are some really fun examples we go over in the OA challenge.
Well, I think it's important to go back and look because people, you can definitely sell too early, but if you always, like, I don't want people to second guess themselves and be like, oh, I did, like if you're just always in hindsight mode, like, yeah,
Hmm.
maybe you should have held on to those, but you didn't know it at the time. You made the best decision given all the data that you had at the time. And there's plenty of times where you can be wrong. I've done the same thing. There's this robotics kit that I bought, and Amazon had them on for a stupid price. This is years ago. It was at least 10 years ago. And I bought tons of them. But someone else did too. And I mistakenly, or in my early seller days of not thinking things through, I just lowered price. I said, oh, I'm gonna beat this guy. And they sell for hundreds of dollars more now. Still now, even though it's robotics has changed a lot since then.
Hmm.
They still sell, and I can see that they sell based on Keepa sales rank for a much higher price. And it kills me. I'm like, oh my gosh, they'll sell for $500. I was blowing them out for 90. I was like, oh, I got to sell these for 90. I got to sell them for 90. But no, the other stuff $400 and $500. So you can go back. But and the cool thing is, you just use it as education, as learning. That's it. Not like, oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I wish I had. Dude, it's just learning, and you can go back and look. Which I want to give one extra kind of tip because we do have a little bit of a stop at 6:30. But when I went to this, anybody can do this. You can go to the listing for this guy, the Baby Yoda animatronic, which is still so much smaller than I thought. Every time I look at it, I'm like, it's so small. Look at the other sellers who already have this. Right now, maybe someone's going to be like, oh, don't say that. What if one of them's me? Hey, sorry. If you're a seller on Amazon, you're out there in public. It's like your license plate, right? Like, it's just out there. There's only 29 other offers for this in the entire world. And when I saw that, it made me think, you know what? There is an example here that is important to be like, guys, this is an opportunity that is still very much out there and real for so many people. 29 people in the world. Well, so if I list these, I'm number 30. 30 people in the entire world have this listed on Amazon. So I don't want to hear someone be like, oh, there's too many sellers, there's too much competition. 30. That's less than one per state. That this is such a small number. 30 people in the entire world are going to try and bring the entire possible supply of these little toys to the incredible demand on Amazon for the most popular product of Q4. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think all of us will sell out. Right? I think we'll be okay.
Absolutely. And of course we don't, you don't get the whole market, but the potential market of just Prime members is something like 160 million now. I mean, it's almost 70% of the entire country. I can't remember the number, but the amount of people who are shopping on Amazon, it's just unreal. And that's just the U.S. That doesn't include any other marketplaces. I recently sold an item to Denmark and Canada and Peru. So you actually get the entire world at your fingertips when you're selling on Amazon.
No, it's crazy. This thing has gone as high as sales rank number 29. These are all Keepa stats that if you join the OA challenge, you're going to learn how to read these Keepa graphs. You're going to learn so much information. It's gone as high as 29. Yeah, this is an incredibly popular product. I think the 29 of us will be just fine trying to keep up with demand. So here's the last bonus tip as we come up at 6:30. And of course, if you guys want to know more, we'll be doing a few more videos leading up to next Monday. But you can find all the information about what's included in the OA challenge, the online arbitrage challenge. The big thing is 14 days of live training with Chris Grant, where you can get all of your questions answered. There's a few questions in the chat. Any of those questions will be answered. We can go through and answer them, in some replies. But yeah, 14 days of access to an online arbitrage expert. Yeah, that's the big thing you are getting. Here is my final bonus tip. Go and look at the other sellers that already have this product because they online arbitrage flippers, right? Like I'm not connecting any crazy dots. You guys should be able to connect by yourselves and be like, okay, these people clearly pre-ordered. They clearly got their product. They clearly sent it and listed it on Amazon right away. Some of them even have it at FBA already. Now, maybe this is a little bit of a storefront stalker tip, but it's like, hey, go look at those stores. Go look at what else they sell. Because if they are selling this as an online arbitrage over retail priced item, they probably have other items in their store that they are pricing at over retail prices in anticipation of Q4. So if you don't know what to buy and you're new to this and be like, I don't know which ones to get, well, go look at what all the other experience, look at their feedback scores. Look at how long they've been on Amazon. And say, okay, if a lot of other sellers are buying this, you know what? It's not locked tight. It's, they might be wrong. I might be wrong. But that's a great place to start so that you make smart decisions on smart brands and put yourself in a good position to make money and a good position to not lose money. It's so easy. Just go look. I did this myself. I looked. I was like, oh, that's obvious. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Like, it's all right there. How do you do it? Go to the listing. Go to the other sellers. Find the ones that already have it listed. Look at, especially if it's at FBA, and then see what else they are selling and do a little bit of research from the comfort of your own home. Chris, you got any last second tips for them?
Not now. I think we're gonna do this again, and I'll bring some more to the table. But I think we dug into a lot before the hard stop here.
There is a lot to cover, which is why OLA Challenge is 14 straight days. So the link is right here, guys. We do have to sign off. We'll do another video tomorrow. I think we might even look through the Amazon toy catalog and maybe even talk about some Amazon exclusives, which can often be very lucrative for online arbitrage because you can only get them in one place. And when they're sold out, you can't get any more. But what do we know? What do we know? Right? So stay tuned for that. Chris, thanks so much for joining me here.
Absolutely, sir.
We will chat with you guys tomorrow. All right. See you guys.